Welcome, brothers, to a new Let's Get On With It adventure. My name is Grimith, and this is Final Liberation, Warhammer Epic 40,000. Final Liberation is a turn-based tactics game with a strategic campaign, holistic design of strategy and role-playing note developed Final Liberation, and venerable strategic simulations, albeit owned by another company, published Final Liberation at the end of 1997. We'll get into more after our intro plays. Oh good, I don't have to relaunch it. Huzzah. The lengthy official name is because Final Liberation is based on Epic, a tabletop war game nearly as old as I am, set in the Warhammer 40k universe. Epic emphasizes large-scale battles. Perhaps we'll have that here in Final Liberation. I am bringing this game to you for at least 15 hours, courtesy of viewer Ronald Jones. Will that get through the entire campaign? I don't know. We'll see. I have spent more time prepping this series than for any other viewer request. 3.5 hours in recording setup and learning the game's basics. Future Grimith will append a short video about playing and recording the GOG version on Windows 11. I also intend to do a bonus episode showing the instruction manual to you. But how about we play some fucking game, so you can get a taste of what to expect here in Final Liberation. Start campaign to liberate Volostad. We have 3 difficulties. To my understanding, this just influences the number of enemies that you face. This is also changeable over the course of the campaign. We'll go with 2 stars, and we'll just see where the road takes us. There is also a way to change how the play phases happen. We're going to leave that on its default. The cutscenes are low volume.
Commander Holt, you are to assist the new Lord Commander Militant in retaining all the staff from the orcs. The 10th Ultramarines under the command of Captain Grimith have been dispatched to the planet's surface to secure a wide landing zone for the Imperial forces. May the Emperor be with you.
So, in this game, we are the Lord Commander Militant.
Commissar.
And that cutscene provided orders to Lord Commander Holt to come and assist us in the liberation of Volostad, and to aid him in his task to aid us. We have a detachment of Space Marines sent to help secure a foothold, particularly a spaceport, not rendered on this mission, that we will then use to land more troops to liberate Volostad. Okay. We have a deployment phase. We have objective points here to take. Not securing these causes a drop in morale. The battles are lost when you drop to 0 morale, which will happen before you lose all of your troops. This one over here has a toxic plant factory and is held by the orcs. The point's in contention, but it's definitely going to be held by the orcs. This bridge here will not be in contention for us. We got some Space Marines.
Commissar. Sir. Sir. Commissar. Sir. Commissar. Commissar. Commissar.
Get used to that. We have some Whirlwinds. Whirlwinds are specialist armored vehicles. They are artillery pieces, and we will be making great use of them. The orcs do not have potent artillery. That is an advantage that we have over the Xenofilth. We have moves. We have close assault values. We have armors. Armors, yes, all of the armors. How much the unit will cost. The unit's range. The actual weapon in question. Direct fire versus infantry. Penetration, and the base chance to hit with the weapon. We can do that for all the units. Space Marines, for example. Space Marines are humanity's finest warriors. Genetically tailored for their role and utterly loyal to the Emperor. Yes, absolutely. 100% loyal. Has never... never any instances where that has not been true. Don't worry about it. Classified. There's their values. There are quite a few troops in this video game, if the Codex is any indication. Our Thunderhawk gunship, which can serve as a troop transport. It seems vulnerable, in my limited experience.
Commissar.
And the other group types we have are these Predators. Battle tanks. Autocannon, laser cannons, got some armor plating. Price tag on those. Alright. Now you know what's up. So, based on my familiarity and how dumb the orcs have been, at least in my testing, although that was with 1-star difficulty, and I don't know how they might perform on 2 stars.
Sir.
Right, I have to...
Commissar. Sir. Commissar.
Left mouse button.
Commissar.
These kids around, not right mouse button. Predators will go on the road. Movement is quicker on the roads. As we go to secure that point. Also, some of my fiddling with the controls will be due to some disorientation for just how I'm playing this video game in a projector instead of looking at the actual game window. More on that appended at the end. These artillery pieces, we can put them in elevated positions so that they can reach across the battlefield. But I may also end up wheeling them up too. I think just for the sake of me having some variety in my personal gameplay, why not stick them here? Elevated, hopefully nothing will get back there to attack them. If so, we will be in one of them there.
Sir.
Pickles. And the Space Marines will sprinkle in here. This is the kind of troop that you would want to screen for your more potent, your more important units. as these predators would be more important than the Space Marines themselves. Those Space Marines are certainly important too. Don't say they aren't. However, for this mission, although their losses don't matter to us at all, as we will not be carrying these troops forward with us in the campaign, why not? Why not be careful? I don't intend any sort of grandiose transportation scheme. We're just going to keep these kids back. Let's get deployed. And we can also note that we can dig in, center map on current unit, call the codex, change how we're moving units, change how the units deploy, and load units into and out of a transport for free in this deploy section. Also note that we have elevation values. Okay, so here we are, and the music kicks off. We have setting animation speed, or zooming in and out that I noted. Our morale scores. Again, if either side drops to 0, that side loses. The amount of moves we have, how much we can fire. We can move a little bit forward and still retain our full shooting capacity. We can go up to half of our move and still get a shot off. And note that reaction fire, called opportunity fire in this game, does exist. So your units can shoot even when it's not your turn. So if you have movement reserved for an Overwatch type of thing, your units will take action on that automatically. We can change facing. That appears to be for free. The game will inform you if there are targets available for you to shoot at. And you can just have them lob shots. Although this says that there's no target available to fire at, but we definitively know that's not true. There's infantry hunkering down in these bunkers, we'll call them. Loading, entrenching, which costs half of an infantry group's movement to do so. Game options where we can adjust various values. I did the math, and everything seems to be appropriately balanced audio-wise, except for the cutscenes. You can even turn off the grid. Calling for airstrikes, we don't have that in our possession this time. We can show field of movement, which doesn't properly work. Well, it does, but my understanding is that it is jankier on modern systems. So I don't know how much we'll actually be making use of this over the course of gameplay. A pity, because it does seem like a neat feature. We'll say I tense up a little bit and think the game's gonna crash. And then we can make all of our buildings translucent, so we can actually see all the fun friends hiding inside. Alright, so that gives a sense of what the hell's happening. I'm gonna be dipping between zooming in and zooming out so I can see the unit decor and actually get a better sense of what the hell is happening on the battlefield. So, field of movement. We can see that we can move up to here. And we are going to be moving to take this point. Let's go. Whoop. Note that we cannot cross the bridge on its side like this, so we need to go all the way across. Just thought I would show that off. Also note that there is an undo button. So long as you haven't been shot at or revealed a unit you didn't know about, you can undo a move. Just in case you misclick. And note that this unit has moved so far, it does not have access to any firing. That's okay. Let's zoom out here. I want a predator to go up there. Looks like there is a... Yeah, we can't go there. It's okay. Because I want firing angles. I do not need to take both objective points, but I definitely want to hold one objective point so my morale doesn't plummet, and I will use my Imperial artillery might to force the orcs to do some shit about it. Case in point, We have the evil sons out there with their bolters. Their range of 20. Well, we outrange 20. See if I can properly get this. Destroy this building, please. Sure. I mean... Yep. I mean, they're fucking dead. You could have gotten a 2 for 1, but, yeah, why not? How about you try? Demonstrate, please. That wasn't a demonstration. Alright, maybe that building's cursed. Maybe it's too sturdy. You try that building. Fine. So it goes. So you can blow up buildings. And if the buildings are destroyed and there's units inside, they're fucked. And that's pretty fun.
Commissar.
Space Marines are just here for moral support.
Commissar.
We could load them all up in the Thunderhawk and transport them, then units could shoot them down and they would all be dead. And there's no need to do that, did I? Oops. Did not mean to click there. Let's undo that. Come back here. Just stand there. That's fine.
Commissar.
We can't have units. There has to be a little bit of space between some units. And we can use our Thunderhawk to scout for us, so that I can pinpoint units for the artillery. But that doesn't need to happen this turn. Here's height and motion. Got all the moves. Spin around a little bit. Note how our movement counter does not go down. That's what this Thunderbird is here to do. Keep eyes on my foes. And not get shot down. Because that would suck. Move on. There is unit morale in this game. Unit suppression. They will panic. Your side and theirs. There are definitely more of these units than in my testing. War buggies. Ugh. Fiendish. Dangerous. Absolutely dangerous. 56 armor in the front. Autocannon there, penetration of 60. We've also got a close assault score. They can take those roads and roar on and have themselves a grand old time. Woof. That was a few war buggies. Okay. Now, something you can do is, I don't really care what you shoot at. You pick it. And the Whirlwind's like, you got it, boss. I'll pick. What priority it uses, whether it's the closest targets or the targets that it has the highest % chance of hitting, I don't know. I'm not sure. But it exists. Let's lob some shots at that war buggy. Didn't quite get it. Didn't quite get it. I don't want those war buggies near me. They might get near me anyway. We can also destroy terrain, like if I'm finding that these trees are interfering with my shots. I can go ahead and remove those. Nope, 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 nope. That'll be fine. Can't get any closer. We don't have any targets in range of us. And while I could roar closer along on this bridge, I don't see the necessity. In fact, I am even going to back up a couple of steps here. And continue to spot with the Thunderbird.
Commissar.
You kids, come on up.
Sir. Sir.
You may be called upon with your bolters, your range 20 bolters.
Sir.
This first mission does not force me to charge their position, and so I will not.
Sir.
That seems like... Well, they outnumber me, boss. That's orcs for you. Oh, that's the Imperium of Man for you, perpetually outnumbered. Let's go. We'll zoom in for this in turn. Again, note that morale ticking down to force players to take action.
Sir.
I saw those shots go off. Looks like they're hiding well enough behind the ridge there. I can't get a shot off. Actually does look like they're coming to make an attack on this line. Now, I might pull the Predators back out of concern of getting shot by the infantry bolters. I will keep them there. Shoot the war buggy, please. Shoot the war buggy, please. Once more with feeling. Well, these things happen sometimes, you know? Okay.
Commissar.
I think I will keep this tank positioned over here still.
Commissar.
Face there, and then the rest of you.
Sir.
Come up here.
Sir.
Alright. Underhawk, continue to spot forming. A very ineffective turn. It might be worth saving in case of crashes, just because I haven't had a crash. Sure, we'll, crash during gameplay doesn't mean one can't occur. Cool. Alright, great, wonderful. Let's proceed. Zoom out. See if the infantry aggravates my auto fire. That's a lot of boys back there. Whew. Alright, they aggroed me a little bit. But not much. There's a lot of them milling around out there. Could you maybe just think about maybe the war buggy? Could you slightly consider a war buggy if you thought really hard about it? Like, but the penetration values, no, it's okay. We don't have to worry about keeping track of munitions. Well, you hit something. It's good. But no, really, the war buggy. Okay, fine.
Commissar. 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 Commissar.
Okay. Let's keep an eye out. This battle is going to be a slow one, with how I'm choosing to play it. We're gonna go remarkably quick with my imminent doom, as I get overran by boys.
Sir.
They're not digging in, they're just kind of milling around, huh? No, they have a trench. Okay. Well, good for them. And there is definitely a push that's happening down here. Go for it. What do you think? That's what you thought. See if I can get some suppression out of these kids. You try that. Well, Well, I don't see why I would be afraid at all if I was any of them orcs. Zero need to have fear in that situation. Zero. That war buggy is going to creep in around the tree line there and come eat me. Yeah, none of them are routing. They're like, whatever. Those whirlwinds can't hit. What should I be afraid for? Another war buggy dancing around back there. I have lost sight of that war buggy. There it is. Look at it. It's like, I'm gonna eat you. It's not gonna be doing any eating today. Good work, team. How about you try that one? Okay. Okay. I like incidental damage. You tried. You attempted something. Let the records show that you attempted a thing. Come on over here, friends. Don't be shy. I'm totally... No, it's okay. Just... Everything is perfectly fine. Don't worry about anything. Come along, boys. Don't you want to say hello? I got some bolters for you. No? Not interested? I thought they would be interested.
Sir.
I stand corrected. There's another war buggy. Again, using the Thunderbird to spot for me. Otherwise, I'd have to mow down that tree line, or I wouldn't be able to attempt these shots. No available targets. But your range on that is a... That's 20. Okay. And their range is 22. It probably doesn't have any movement, though. I mean, I'm sure it'd be perfectly fine, he said. Chuckling. Mm-hmm. Okay, note how their morale is dropping as I've been taking out these war buggies. Definitely more numbers than I saw in the first difficulty. Yeah. Okay, Artillery, we're gonna need you to pick it up, okay? There is a lot of work that needs done, and you guys aren't really... There's some work to be done here. So if you could, please. How about those guys in the building? Alright. Try them. They're not entrenched. This is my life. Yeah, those bolters have range 20. Let's move around a little bit. Okay. I end my turn. Keep an eyes on them. They don't have anti-air, they just have so many boys. So many boys ready to die. Hot single boys in my area. Just ready to be slaughtered if I could. If I could hit them. Let's throw some shots out again. Go for the building. Destroy those orcs in there. Lower their morale. Okay. I didn't destroy the building and thus take them all out. What a tease. Look at him digging. Look at that. Okay, I don't want to go after this war buggy with the Thunderhawk. Straight into bolter fire. Just keep chilled, relaxed. The instruction manual urges you, direct path, push ahead. But here, I don't need to. I got an objective point. They have an objective point. I've sustained 0 casualties. Go after that building. You can do it. Alright, your turn with the Warbug. Get a lucky roll, penetrate through that armor. These orcs, they're digging. Teach them the error of their ways. Alright. I mean, if you guys want to entrench over there, then sure. Let's turn the animation speed up. None of my test attempts have resulted in this bog down. So this is a new experience for me as well. I am very confident, though, that future maps are going to force me to do more than this. But it's the first one. It's easier than the tutorial is, truthfully. Good. Nicely done. Way to punish. How about that warbuggy? You did your best. Now you're mine if you think I'm approaching all these entrenched positions. You can have it. Have all that dirt. It's yours. Keep it. Keep it. Snuggle the dirt close to you. Just keep snuggling. See, they're so close to each other. That's the moment to hit them while they're all clumped up. Oh, still one left in that group. I do appreciate these boys just slowly creeping up on me, though. It looks neat. Those boys adamant about holding that damn thing. Good for them. Good for them. I don't see anyone else back there. This could be my time to sweep the Thunderhawk around. Oh, no, 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 no. We don't need to try and rush out the glory. And since that warbuggy seems content to just hang back, I don't see any reason to try and keep shooting at it. Good work, team. I'm proud of you all. You did well. We should have gotten more artillery! Alright, good. Took out that entire group, morale fell. Happy days are here. At this point, as they seem content to not push at me, let's just go after full kills. We can speed up their morale loss. I think this has been a great demonstration of the video game. Totally sold on this adventure. I'm sure all of you are like, oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Local orc digs in grass to entrench. Gets blasted. We saw a little bit of routing there. Just a little bit. Not too much, though. Alright, warbuggy. You insist. Don't threaten me with how incredibly powerful and dangerous you are. Fuck those trays. Come on, whirlwinds. Do the Emperor proud.
Sir.
Again, we don't get to keep these units. Like, these aren't ours. But the Lord Commander Militant needs to understand the value of every life, and these Space Marines are required elsewhere in the Imperium to handle some other disaster or catastrophe. Alright, the Imperial force vanquished all opponents.
Commissar.
What a rip-roaring half-hour adventure good time. But you know what? We didn't fail. A couple more pot shots for the road. I said a couple more pot shots for the road. Alright, will you break this building for me at least? Alright, the road is over. Agrippa, Company 1 Space Marines. Sustained 0 losses. Great work, team.
Very impressive, Agrippa. Your victory was decisive.
It was in the Emperor's glory, Commissar Holt. We must now return to aid our brothers in their quest.
Yes, of course. The newly arrived warriors of the Mordian Iron Guard will provide the backbone to our initial assault. We move to take the spaceport closely. Reinforcement fleet Ravager approaches. The port is tactically crucial for their inclusion in our forces.
The Lord Commander Militant is fortunate to have you as his right hand in this campaign, Holt. No living Commissar holds more respect.
Goodbye, Agrippa. May the Emperor guide you in your quest.
We're overseeing everything from orbit. We don't get to be out there on the ground having fun. Okay. Let's save the game. What a ride that was. Wow. What an impressive display of how exciting this is gonna be. Anyway, here we are. We've got this one territory to our name, and we have a lot of provinces. And apparently I clicked on that one. But our time here with the game is over.
Sir.
But next time, after some bonus action, and look forward to this, where our 2 objectives are here and here. See? I can't just lurk in the back and just shoot them all down. I'm gonna have to go get that. Look forward to that. Probably. Maybe. Maybe not.
Sir.
Our time here is over. We're done. Final liberation. May we be liberated. Please. Right. So, I am recording the GOG version of Final Liberation on a Windows 11 machine. Now, just playing this game wouldn't have taken much time. The internet provides not just with a DX wrapper, but one tailor-made for this game. I will link the GitHub in the video description. I certainly do appreciate the creator's work. I slapped the fix into my game folder and it all ran, both on this machine and my backup Windows 10 computer. You might experience mouse and audio lag after installing the fix, like I did. I fiddled with compatibility options and got it all smooth. Note that editing the DX wrapper to enable VSync will derail my compatibility options. Such is life. From there, the game runs smoothly in a full screen, renders well stretched on a 16:9 monitor, but I couldn't get the setup to record smoothly. In fact, testing got complicated whenever I tried to shift away from Final Liberation, No amount of Alt-Tab or Task Manager could save Christmas. Had to sign out of my machine every single time. Not great for fine-tuning a series. So, windowed mode it had to be. The window is easy to create with the DX wrapper, just by editing the INI, but the game resisted every single attempt to alter its base resolution, wouldn't render it, almost always dissolved into a memory error. The memory error issue also deflected all the other tricks I've developed to window and resize a game. So I've just got the game's base resolution, 640 by 480. If I deselect the game window, Final Liberation might freeze or crash. If I try to resize that window, it will absolutely crash. Here we are. Now, if I had the install CD, then my recording setup would have been a cinch. Emulate Windows 98 and DOSBox X, install the game from original files, resize the emulation to whatever I see fit, ta-da, mission accomplished. But I don't have the install CD. I've got GOG files. I couldn't force a readable installation. Not in any convenient time frame anyway, and keep in mind the prep I've already spent on this series. So, scrap the Windows 98 plan. How the hell am I going to play and record the game from a 640 by 480 window? A very finicky 640 by 480 window at that. Answer: the OBS projector. I've upscaled the view to 1080p, and I'm actually playing the game while watching the projector. This will be my setup throughout the series, and I don't expect it to change unless Final Liberation becomes more unstable. I'm not your tech support, and I'm not looking for you to be mine. We don't have to have a running rapport on the further time I can sink into making this a more comfortable, playing experience for me. This works. Don't ask me configuration questions. Ask a search engine. If your compatibility issues don't resolve the mouse lag, listen. You do your own work, okay? 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 Okay. Future Grimith out.